Hello, Capricorn. Mercury is square Saturn on the 16th. And on the 15th, on the Ides of March, Saturn goes retrograde in Sagittarius. Now let's see how your ruling planet of Saturn affects you this month, Capricorn. I'm Pastor Rosemary. Thank you for joining us. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from your Capricorn angel Hanael, who resides over your cardinal earth nature, and these are his messages for you in love, money, and health. First, the love transmission. This is something this month because it's actually a very positive month for you. This is why. You've been, Capricorn, feeling alienated from friends. You really don't have much of a problem when it comes to love and getting people to fall in love with you. That's not a problem. The problem comes when friends don't understand how your Saturnian influences, where you have a lot of concerns and scruples over law and order and everybody doing everything by the numbers and by the book. Sometimes, although that makes your love life successful in the long run, when it comes to friends, it causes a problem with where friendship, it's not where friendship, where money begins, friendship ends. It's not really that. It's not about borrowing money. It's not really about money. Not really. Not with you, Capricorn, with friends and alienation. What it's about, if I can put this precisely, Hanael's trying to say that it's about how you perceive a friend and how you perceive whether or not you're controlling that friend. It has to do more with control than it does with actual concern over money. Money is a form of control, and money can be used, of course, to control people. But the actual fact of control and the feeling of being in control is what has Capricorn fretting over exactly how in the world do I, keep everything in order and keep all my friendships in order. Because by its very nature and definition, a friend is not someone where there's really should be control issues. Because once there's control issues, it's no longer a friend. Then it's some other form of relationship. Then it's either some form of employment, some form of where someone's a boss, or something where someone is, having a romantic exchange. Because romantic exchanges are about power, and business is about power. All business is about power. Religion is about power. Friendship, even family is about power. Friendship is the only place where there's not a power exchange. So by its very definition, money cannot enter well into friendships, because that causes alienation. Because if there's money involved, like with a psychiatrist or something like that, then it's not a friend. It's a power exchange. It's a therapeutic exchange. It's a therapeutic relationship. And in therapeutic relationships, one must, if one's in the therapeutic situation where they're the one who is the facilitator, they need to not speak of themselves, but only speak of the person who is the subordinate, or who is the person, whether they be a client or a patient. You understand? Because, again, if people who are bantering back and forth, that's really not a friendship if money's involved. And so there we have a situation where true friendship, you may feel, has been lost in modern society, and indeed it may have. However, this is going to change come the Ides of March, and this is going to change because on the 15th, at that point, when Saturn goes retrograde in Sagittarius, at that point, your ruling planet is going to feel less like giving abundance to people financially, and you'll feel like going more back to an older system where, and old issues with people are going to come up too, by the way, especially with Pisces and in Sagittarius, of course. So what you want to understand is that old barter systems are going to come back into fashion, where people exchange one service for another, but just be aware that people need to be respected in that as well, because if they don't want the service you're offering, what good is it? And it has to be really equal value. So the reason money has been brought into the system is, obviously, is because there needed to be a standardization of services and products. But money is just an idea, and value of any product or exchange of service is just an idea. So the barter system is what's coming up for a lot of people, and that's going to really accelerate after the 15th. And we're using just the standard GMT, just very standard, okay, for our time. We're not, because we travel a lot, so we just go ahead and use the universal coordinate and the Greenwich time, yeah, because it's standard. Okay, moving along to the full moon in Virgo on the 5th. The full moon in Virgo on the 5th is going to cause people to become very analytical in matters of love and a little hyperactive and hyper vigilant. So again, people need to just calm down, because they might become aggressive, well, more assertive, because with Virgo there's more of an assertiveness than an aggression most of the time, unless they feel extremely threatened. And they might. So just, but the good news is that Virgo's analytical quality creates a reaction in love matters. With Gemini and Virgo, which are both ruled by Mercury, it's going to cause them to be assertive, maybe aggressive, but luckily they do it in an idea or analytical fashion, and they use the mind and argument or debate rather than fisticuffs most of the time. Okay, on the 20th, there is a total solar eclipse, a new moon in Pisces, total solar eclipse in Pisces and the new moon in Pisces, and those aspects are going to cause a lot of excitement within Pisces' very yin nature, kind of turn up the waters, so to speak. And this is going to be visible in its totality in Europe, this total solar eclipse. And an event like this won't happen again until 2026. So get your front row seat. It'll be fun. All right, now Saturn Sol, the Sun trine Saturn on the 25th is going to brighten your life quite a bit. Capricorn and Leos are going to be able to brighten your life quite a bit during that time. And, because they'll be calmed down just a little bit because of the total solar eclipse in Pisces on the 20th. That's why they'll be a little bit brighter, because they'll be calmed down a little bit with the ego aspect. It'll be more of their charming personality comes out. Okay, now Hanael's money transmission for Capricorn in March guard your reputation. The goat needs to guard your reputation. All right? Because people are envious. People are jealous and of you, Capricorn, and people want to say all manner of bad things about you and get people to think lesser of you because they're simply jealous, obviously. Because Capricorn has a lot to offer. Very deep psychic abilities. Capricorn can be very seductive. And again, has deep psychic abilities and an ability to be able to use instinct to their very efficient outcome. So people see this and get envious. And they get scared because they don't have that. And they want you around because they need your instincts, because they're missing instincts. They don't have them. Or your deep psychic nature. And that leaves them open for all manner of attack. They need you, especially financial, being taken advantage of financially. They need you to help them with that. So they're going to want to try to get at you and get you to, assist them. It's not that they're not in love with you. They are, but they also, basically, if they want your services, your psychic or intuitive or instinctual services, or they want your opinion or your ideas, you need to get something in return. They want your psychic abilities, you need to get paid. You need to be compensated. All right, Capricorn? Because you're valuable, especially in March. Especially in the Ides of March, when those who used to rule and are now subordinate want to flip that on its head and usurp those in power. So be aware of that, Capricorn. Okay. Now, the sin of those who want to slander you in March, again, why? It's envy. That's all it is. Remember, envy and jealousy are the same, well, jealousy and hatred are the same word in Latin, which is invidia. And this jealousy and hatred builds Sinai. In Hebrew, it's Sinai means hatred or jealousy. And it's atop the mountain of jealousy, hatred due to jealousy, that the promised Messiah comes. And of course, we have to find this Messiah within us. And then the world will find its Messiah for all of its financial problems. Now, health matters for Capricorn in March. Capricorn, you're strong and resilient. You are. That's one thing that's very helpful, is the physical strength that you enjoy and your resilience and ability to come back from any type of injury, and the fact that your instinct, you always land on your feet. Now, beware yin foods. Beware overly yin foods in March. There's some aspects that may cause, too many sort of moist or sugary foods like cakes and things like that, or donuts, just cakes, things like that are moist and sweet. It tastes wonderful, of course. A little bit of that's fine, but you don't want to have too much of it, because that's going to cause problems with possible growth of candida and that kind of thing. You can talk to your naturopathic physicians about those kind of things. That could be a problem. If you have too much yin foods, too many yin foods, and too many sweet things especially, but just be careful of overly yin foods in March, Capricorn. Now, Hanael's other suggestion is that you specifically strengthen certain ligaments or tendons or musculature in your legs, especially from the knees down to the ankles, because your legs may feel a little bit overworked. If you've been working out your legs a lot, try not to just do a lot of power lifting with your legs in March. Try to do more specific strengthening of certain muscles and tendons and ligaments walk more. Run, yes, but walk more. And if you do want to run, spurts, short spurts, are very helpful because it releases growth hormone. And the release of growth hormone is a natural youth regenerating activity, as are the 6 rites, the 6 Tibetan rites. Those would be very helpful in March for you, Capricorn, and those that you care about. And centering the self with meditation where you chant words of power for yourself. Okay, Capricorn. Now for your afterglow, some of the highlighted aspects and facets that are important for you in March. The 2nd, the moon is trine Saturn. The 4th, Luna is square Saturn. On the 15th, that's that Saturn going retrograde in Sagittarius, if we go with this GMT time, yeah? Just the basics, since we travel so much, and you do too. And on the 16th, Mercury square Saturn. That Saturn goes retrograde in Sagittarius on the 15th, on the Ides of March. And the 16th, Mercury square Saturn. On the 25th, the Sun trine Saturn. And that helps you with success. It helps you with your health, 25th. And it helps you be a lot happier in love and perks up your relationships with Leos that have been a little out of sorts. Not really out of sorts, just maybe a little alienated. Okay, Capricorn, thank you for joining us. I'm Pastor Rosemary, and join us again next month.